What's up, guys? One of my favorite mods here is Thaumcraft, and it's a very unique and interesting mod, and it's a very fun to get into and to actually start working with, but it can be a little tricky to get into it because you have to do a lot of research, and that requires this thing I have in my hands called a Thommo Meter. So you're going to go ahead and pick this up pretty early on when you're doing Thaumcraft. This is a must-have. It requires 2 shards, 2 pieces of gold, potentially. I think that's what it is. 2 shards, 2 pieces of gold, and a piece of glass. So it's pretty straightforward. The shards are from Thaumcraft, of course. And so if you go ahead and get a research table as well, which is what you put 2 tables right next to each other, and then put down a, what is this thing called again? Scribing tool on it. You get this. As you can see, we have different research elements. And these are pretty basic. Now, you can go ahead and start combining these to get some of the things you need, but I wouldn't recommend that because the easier way to do this, right now from the start to research the items, is to actually do them in a specific order, which I have the orders laid out right here. It's pretty straightforward, and some of this stuff can be a little tricky to get, though, and there are alternative ways. In that case, if you can't get stuff like, I believe the Potion of Weakness has different ways to obtain the different aspects that you need to research. It has different ways to get those aspects rather than making a Potion of Weakness. I know that this can be a little tricky and off and weird to make, but you can actually do it in different ways, and there's a couple other ones for the different things. But if you go ahead and look in the description, you will see a full list that kind of tells you a few of the different ones down there. For the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys right now the different orders. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and scan the torch. And by doing the scans, all you have to do is hold down the right trigger when you're scanning down, or right mouse button when you're scanning an item with your Thommo Meter out, and then you can scan an item. Now I got coal. The torch gives you lux, and the coal gives you potentia. You can also get coal ore. And you could scan just any items on the ground, like I just showed you. You can scan blocks, so you could scan items that you've thrown on the ground. It doesn't matter which one. Quick disclaimer: I did make a bit of a mistake here. As you will actually have to combine some stuff in the research table in order to continue on with this list. And here we go. I messed up. You're gonna need to combine, I believe, air and aqua, which is what I try here, I believe. So you do air and aqua. And then you can also combine aqua and, I think, terra, and that is what gets you what you, in fact, need. So now you can see, with that being said, you can go ahead and scan your grass block, and that gives you herba. Then, as you can see, we're going to throw down the trap door, and that's going to give us modus and arbor. Now I'm going to go ahead and scan the chest. Hold on just a second. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and scan the chest, and that's going to give us vacuos. And then we're going to scan the glass block, which gives us vitreous. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not too sure. And then we scan the chicken, and that gives us volatus and bestia. Now we're going to go ahead and scan the weakness potion and the soul sand. The weakness potion will give us mortis and precantatio. And the soul sand will give us spiritus and vinculum. The paper we just scanned gives us cognito. The rotten flesh gives us humanus and corpus. The wheat gives us famies and mises, which with the wheat you can also go ahead and scan bread, apples, carrots, or potatoes, basically anything farm related, and those will also give you that list of things. Scanning the flint gives you instrumentum, I'm sorry. And last but not least, scanning obsidian gives you tenebrae. And like you can see here, it doesn't matter whether it's being placed down actually or just thrown on the ground. You could scan either one and they both count towards the same thing. Now, in the chest, as you can see, the reason why everything was separated off is because this stuff can be scanned in any order now. But you just need to actually still scan this stuff in order to gain some of the stuff. So, like, this is how it's at the end of the list, but I could throw it down and scan it. And this is Thoreau Essence, and this gives us, let me check, this gives me Arum, which is actually a really important thing that you're going to need. And with that being said, hold on. Flowers. If you have to place a one block tall flower. So that means that it can't be like a too high. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It can't be a too high flower. It has to be a one block high flower. And by doing that, you get senses. By placing down any type of wool and scanning it, you get fabrico and panis. With the spider eye, which is what we're going to throw down here and scan, with this you can get venenum. I think that's how you say that. And also senses, which you get from the flower. So you get more senses. So the milk bucket gives us a lot of stuff, but the thing that we actually need from it is sano. The snow gives us gelum. The hoe gives us meadow. The wooden pickaxe gives us perfodia. I don't know how you say that actually. And the arrow gives us tellum. The snow, in some versions, you don't actually need to scan the snow because that aspect doesn't exist for some reason in that version. I don't know why this is. It's just a thing. And it should be noted that it doesn't have to be a wooden hoe or a wooden pickaxe. It can be any hoe or pickaxe. So the hopper gives you venium, which is what we got from the spider eye, but it also gives you permutatio. The leather or any armor gives you tudamen. I think that's how you say that, tudamen. The fence gate gives you machina and iter. The iron ingot and the gold gives you the gold gives you lucrum, and the iron gives you metallium, which the gold also does give you. As you can see, well, right here I'm switching it to easy because I didn't have it on easy. Scanning a zombie or a skeleton gives you exanimus. I know, I just said skeleton, funny. An ender pearl, blaze powder, or obsidian totem, which comes within the mod, gives you alienus. The slime ball gives you limus, or limus, depending on how I guess you want to say it. Here we just need the last thing, which is tainted goo, and this gives you vitium and also limus, like we got before. And the things that aren't vanilla that you guys saw, those all come with the Thaumcraft. But I think it should also be noted that you guys can scan just about anything, and it will go ahead and give you stuff. Any mod, like if I were to go to thermal expansion, it would go ahead and give me stuff. That's all basically I have to say about that. It would give you aspects from it. So there you guys go. That is basically how you go ahead and get aspects. And that's basically how you unlock all of them. So go ahead, just scan a bunch of stuff now. You should be able to scan anything and it'll give you stuff. There's some stuff that will not have any research in it from certain mod packs that are unsupported. But with that being said, go ahead, get to researching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed.